So, have you ever walked into a doctor's office and they asked about the symptoms you were complaining about, and within that first visit, they prescribed the answer to your problems with pharmaceuticals? Sound familiar? Well, it's happened to me, and it was long after I was off all my pharmaceuticals and knew of the risk I'd be taking if I were to trust another doctor. This doctor sounded awfully like a corrupt salesman tried to weasel you into a so-called good deal. He didn't offer any healthy alternatives and jumped straight into taking medications. And not to say that there isn't any well-intentioned doctors. Am I one of those crazy people that think that the pharmaceutical industry has an ulterior motive? Are medications for our benefit or our detriment? With all of the side effects, is it worth what symptoms it is trying to control? According to a source of information, pharmaceutical representatives talk to doctors about recommending various medications for various ailments, whether psychological or medical. These doctors get paid under the table, so to speak, to push these pharmaceuticals. So, what greedy, self-serving doctor would sell out their patients? Are they just pitching a good deal on a new helpful pharmaceutical? Or are they trying to trick you into putting a pill into your body for the sole reason to band-aid your symptoms and potentially cause more problems and make a profit? In return, do you have to take more medications to offset the side effects of the medications you are currently taking? So maybe you took one medication to correct something, and down the road you have these symptoms, and eventually you may be taking more medications just to offset the side effects of the medication you started out with. Then you may deal with more side effects, and before you know it, you have one of those pill organizers because you're taking so many medications. Then you may have depression, and your doctor may recommend Abilify to add to your antidepressant. You know, because he's your doctor, and he wants the best for you and your depression. And what better way would he best serve you by prescribing another medication to make your depression more controllable? I remember a psychiatrist was trying to push me to stay on the medication, Abilify, even though I couldn't tell if I would stand up or sit down. It was kind of hard to make that decision, whether to stand up or sit down. But of course, you would trust a person that has a PhD, wouldn't you? I was one of those people that was conditioned to believe them and their education and their experience. And it was led to believe that I had the right cocktail of medications would soothe my soul as well as my nerves. Then I realized a good dose of spirituality, objectivity, and introspection were the remedy in place of these so-called medications. Oh, and eating and drinking healthy. Maybe some exercise. Looking at your problems objectively instead of immediately resorting to pills. Something the good doctor would prescribe. Well, anyways, as always, this is PsychNot, the channel where subjects such as psychology, the human psyche, and psychedelic-like information coalesce. Stay tuned for more, fellow PsychNots, and don't stop exploring the inner universe that is yourself.